This video I'm gonna show you how to restore the car interior trim from this to this. So let's get started. But before we start, we need a couple of things, and this is M302 microcut made by Kokimi. Next up, we need a total interior cleaner from Chemical Guys, one container of Polywash polish, couple microfiber towels, and this is totally optional but highly recommended, a mini cordless polisher. This will really help getting rid of that elbow grease. And last but not least, a toothbrush or a mini brush. So first step, we wanna clean all the dust and the dirt accumulation from all the nooks and crannies, such as buttons and in between the buttons, a very hard to reach spot. So with a toothbrush it's easier, and as you can see, I'm making progress with this. You will see dust accumulating on the black trim, which is good. That means the dust is moving out from those hard to reach places. And the reason why it's important to do this in the first place is because we don't want to compromise and move all these dust particles around by wiping it on a freshly polished surface, and that will result in new scratches on a freshly polished trim. So we don't want that. So after we got all the dust out, we are gonna spray some total interior cleaner on a clean microfiber towel, and we're gonna nicely wipe the area that we are gonna polish. I want to make sure I'm getting rid of all the dust that come out of those hard to reach spots, so the area will be nice and ready for the next step, which would be polishing. And in this next step, we're gonna use a Polywash polish for our first polish here. This can be done with a microfiber towel or with an electric buffing machine. I'm gonna show it both ways. So the first way would be polishing by hand with a microfiber towel. And the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna work smaller sections of the trim, and as you can see, I'm using my finger, doing a circular motion while I'm firmly pressing on that towel, so that will really cut nicely through the clear coat, and it will even out all the deeper scratches. You may have to do this a couple of times if you are not satisfied with the result, or if it didn't cut enough through the deeper scratches, but that's completely fine. And as you can see, after the first try, it really gave us a nice deep gloss finish on the trim. And in this segment of the video, I'm gonna do it by using the electric buffing machine, and I'm applying Polywash directly to the pad. I'm not applying it to the trim. It's a better idea to do it on the pad first and then just spread it out evenly on the surface before you start polishing the trim. And believe it or not, but the Polywash compound is mainly used for cleaning and restoring the watch acrylics and watch crystals. So I really like the way it works on the car trim as well, because the final product, after wiping all the polishing, it actually comes out pretty nicely. It doesn't require a lot of work to get it to that high gloss finish. It's a fine compound, and it's not as abrasive and not leaving a lot of micro cut scratches. So that's the reason I'm using this product. I haven't found anything else that is as close as this one yet, so I'm really happy with it. And I can assure you that it's gonna work very well on pretty much any surface of the trim, even on the buttons. As you can see, I'm about to polish them, and don't be afraid to use it. It's a pretty safe compound, but if you are still skeptic about it, you can try on a smaller hidden area of the trim with a microfiber towel, and you can see a result yourself. After we finish polishing, we're gonna take a new clean microfiber towel, and we're gonna clean the area nicely out of the compound. We're gonna make sure we're getting all the compound clean before we move to the next step. And in this last step, we're gonna use the M302 microcut compound. We're gonna apply on a brand new pad. And in this last step, we're gonna give all this trim a nice and high gloss finish with the M302 compound. We can get a new pad or a new microfiber towel and kind of repeat the process from the previous step. We're gonna evenly spread out the compound if we are working with a buffing machine. And again, it's a good idea to work on a smaller section at a time, so that way we can keep track of what was polished and what wasn't, and that way will make it easier, and the whole thing would be more organized. And after all the areas have been polished, we can get a new microfiber towel and wipe all the excess compound. And as you can see, that will really boost up the high gloss and the finish of the trim. And in case you are not satisfied with the final result, you can always repeat the first step until you level out those scratches. But in my case, by doing this couple of times, I was really happy with the outcome of the trim. And honestly, it's not perfect, but again, it's a huge difference. It's probably looking 10 times better than what it was looking before. Nice and shiny. Again, it's not perfect, but for the amount of work that we put in, I think myself in this project, I put around 40 minutes of work. And to be honest, I'm more than happy with the outcome, even though it's not perfect, but you can see at the first glance, it looks amazing. Huge improvement over what it was. And you gotta really look closely to actually notice the scratches, and the leftover scratches are the deeper scratches. And again, those can be leveled out by repeating the first polishing step with that poly watch, would cut nicely too. You just gotta be a little bit more persistent with the polish, and it can turn out perfect. But as I said, for what I've done and for the time I put in, I think it's worth the effort 100%. And that's it for this video. If you like this method, and if you have tried this method, please leave a comment down below and let others know how this worked for you. And if you like this kind of type of videos, don't forget to click like on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more similar content. And I will see you in the next video.